with this one right here, just Banco, Vodafone, and you got his whole spinnacle thing coming into it with the Vodafone, and you got another a cross listicle one coming into it, especially with him, putting his whole thing into it, and you just got just Banco on it, so you mainly got his main, spinnacle thing coming around, like with the whole just other dramatics, especially with this Vodafone one, cause he be having all kinds of different peaches and different strokes and all that other stuff, but you got with this one right here, and especially with his stuff, cause I'm really liking the way he just has his natural thing of of the just the V-cons and all that other stuff. But you got with this one right here with the Vodafone, then you got with just Banco, so you got this whole just stress manic.
Meaty meals.
Scared money don't make money. Move your phone or it's probably gonna wait funny. Barristers and case studies got me swearing like a bogey, white like Jade Goody. Fish scale, plug Arabic, call him Ishmael. Chick lives in sale, Kylie made it inhale, then you exhale. Got the best shell, call me like Vodafone. I can't leave the O's alone. Crop house overgrown, neighbor made me load the tone. Down like Corleone, we could talk like the Morris show. Put it in the water like cardio. I can't be cordial, can't remember what I called you for. Got the best shell, call me like Vodafone. I can't leave the O's alone. Crop house overgrown, neighbor made me load the tone. Down like Corleone.
Oh, neighbor made me, crowed alone. Don't like Colorone, hey, with the whole thing, Colorone, like, hey, the whole thing, and he said, they, the different packs, like, different packs and different, shells can't leave the, these different things alone, like, it's like you just off another eviction, like, you just, itching for these, these other excursions, like, you got the whole thing just coming around, like, you got it coming your around, like, it's an addiction, it's like something addictionally, and the whole thing, how it just comes around, like he said, can't leave the, the cracks alone, can't leave the, just different things alone, you got your whole shells, and the way he just put it, and the way he was invoking it, it's just got another invocation to it, like, it's just mysticism, like, all of his, just his streams and his, his main fictions, like, the way it just predictions.
We could talk like the Morris show. Put it in the water like cardio. I can't be cordial, can't remember what I called you for. Still in the field like horse manure. Mrs. Call, you can order more. July 44 or July 45. Tell me if there's more inside. I can't let this shorty ride in this sporty ride. Stick got modified, nearly at the borderline. Rub it when I order 9. Rub it like Downey Jr. Got old thing.
Ooh, rub it like down it, and it's just got, hey, like the whole thing, and then you got the whole thing like just modifying too, like the whole thing is just modified, like the way he just like scrolling and all those other things, like he gotta just murder schism, like the way he just got his screws and all those other things, like it just looks like he's just coming from a different, scootalism, like modified into another switching signals, like you got the fetos and all those other things, like he said, switch like a dot of rub it like a side to side.
Thing like you, got this shit's private like Booper, I can't tell you. But I can show you how to move her. Can show you how to move her whole thing. Don't be on a joke thing. I get it, I sell it soon as my phone rings. You can get the whole thing, get the whole thing. Don't be on a joke thing. Don't be on a joke thing. Don't be on a joke thing. Call me like Vodafone. I can't leave the O's alone. Crop house overgrown. Neighbor made me load the tone. Down like Corleone. We could talk like the Morris show. Put it in the water like cardio. Call me like Vodafone. Vodafone, I can't leave the O's alone. Crop house overgrown, neighbor made me load the tone. Done like Corleone, we could talk like the Morris Show. Put it in the water like cardio.
Hey, but with this whole thing, he said put it in the thing just like the water cone. Like he said put it in the water just like it was water cone. You know the whole thing and the whole thing just coming from another benefit. Like you know his a lot of his things is he gotta just roll in and all kinds of stuff. Like he got a lot of different vertical ones coming into it, especially with these ones because he just like he be bringing back different memories and different things like he said the whole thing how he was just like he had to just multi-listen off another spin like the way it's just going it's going like all kinds of truths and ways like the way he was just putting it and the way he was just folding it like just made it off of them rumble toes is like the way it was just thing but he said with the whole other thing. But most definitely, go check this out. And with this whole thing, just on another